Hey. This time I remembered to unmute the microphone before going live. So we are learning, is what we are doing. We are learning. So we'll let some guys funnel in to the lobby first. We've got 5 minutes left. And then we'll get intros. Yeah, 5 minutes. Then we'll get intros, introductions, all that fun good stuff out of the way. All that malarkey. Evening, Monsieur AJ. I'm not going to ask how you're doing because I've literally just spoke to you. I'm not fancy seeing you here. I know, right? Imagine seeing you here on F1 in a league whilst I'm doing commentary. It's odd. Bizarro. Absolutely bizarro. Strange twist of fate. You never know. But yes, anyway, back on the fucking funny fan. It's going to be a mad night. I'm in a weird mood. Round 4 of the DSL Sprint League. We are here tonight at Monza. Mamma mia. There's going to be a lot of really bad Italian stereotypes thrown around tonight, so I apologise in advance for any of the drivers on the fucking chat that have any Italian heritage in them. It's probably going to happen. I'll pre-warn you from here on in. But yes, we are at Monza tonight, round 4 of the DSL Sprint League. Let me open my curtains. I'm like Count Dracula in my living room. Oh god, bright lights. There we go. I thought I was going to burst into flames there. That's better. Bloody hell. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. I'm excited. I'm nervous. And I've had this really weird rush of hyper energy come out of nowhere over the last half an hour. And bless AJ has had to just brunt it in his headset for the last 45 minutes of me rambling on absolute bollocks. Bless his little cotton socks. But I'm here. Hope you're all excited and here to have a fun time as well. Sterling, oh, you're a matey. I'm doing well, buddy. Hope you're well, Chief. Hope you are all funky. So we've just got some drivers coming into the lobby. We don't go underways until 7:30, and then we'll be into the lobby. What's the format? I hear you cry. I'll tell you, don't you worry. Keep your niggers. Don't get them in a twist. It's a short qualifying followed by a sprint and main race. 9 laps for the first race, 27 laps for the second, 18-minute qualifying session. I think it is 18 or 17 minutes. 18 sounds like it is. I think it's 18. We'll round it off to 18. Good solid number. So, bosh. We'll do that. Then we'll be on the way for the racing at Monza. I mean, who doesn't like Monza? I like Monza. I'm pretty sure most of my friends like Monza as well, and the league. Apart from the Turn 1. I think once you kind of get through Turn 1, I think everyone likes the rest of Monza. It's a really nice track. It flows really well, and it's rapid. Temple of Speed for a reason. Absolutely rapid. Ryan Wotton with the name backwards. That confused my eyes. I can assure you that. I'm doing good, matey. Hope you're well, bud. Hope you're doing alright. Young Master James, mate. I'm good. All good, mate. Hope you're well as well. James, you and the family, sir. Your mother and your father, which I see is racing tonight as well, so hope he's good. What's this I see, sorry. Sterling feeling a little bit sick. Oh, no. Well, that's not what I want to see. Is Sterling feeling a little bit sicky? Hope you feel better soon as possible, my man. Get those fluids down you is what we need. Some hydration. Speaking of hydration. Beverage very much at the ready. No worries. No worries, absolutely, mate. I mean, you've got another minute, so all good. Oh, never mind. We've got 2 drivers having an issue or a delay, so we can wait up regardless, matey. I don't mind at all. So how's everyone's days been? If you've been at school, how has the day been at school? If you've been at work, how's work been? If you've been lounging, online service error? What do you mean? What do you mean online services error? How about you don't give me that? Okay, and we're back, Rollo. And we're back. Okie dokie. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't know what happened there, but something happened. And now we're back in the lobby. Okie dokie. Fair enough. Thank you for that, EA. For the brief heart attack for no reason. Was that just me who got that? Did any of you guys here in chat get the EA flash up thingy there about the services? Oh, was that just my side of things? Because that was bizarre. I'm hoping it's not what I think it is. Because man's due to pay his Xbox Live subscription that has apparently ran out and is a little bit earlier than what was anticipated on the bill. So hopefully, my Xbox Live hasn't just run out and it's about to yeet me out the lobby as soon as this lobby starts. Because that would really suck. Big time. Not gonna lie. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And it will just EA. Bit of dick. What do you mean? Don't hashtag good net my ass. My internet is phenomenal. I have, absolutely phenomenal. And you know it is. And you're jealous. So, save your attitude, Mr. AJ. Yes, you go. I think I got you on my friends list on EA. I'm gonna look like an asshole now if I haven't. Yeah, I do. Oh, I pressed the wrong button again. I did that earlier, inviting people, because I'm an absolute forehead. Dun 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 dun. There you go, sir. Invite sent to you. Well, I sent you one now already, so he can accept mine, AJ. Okay, let me do a thing. I want to do a thing. Speaking of doing a thing, I did a thing earlier and dusted off the rig for the first time in about a month and a half, 2 months, I believe. Went for a drive today with a couple of the drivers. Was a fun time. Mentally, it was nice. I'm not gonna lie. The body hasn't missed it. The ankles and the elbows and the wrists certainly haven't missed being thrown around by force feedback. That's for certain. But it was fun. Enjoyed it. I've got a thing you can do. Oh, don't you set me off. Man's already in a funky mood. Right. So we should be underway. I think very shortly. I think everyone is in. Ryan made it back in. Lovely. Amsey is in. Lovely. Mr. Cheese at the top there. What kind of cheese, I hear you ask? I don't know. I think he's cheddar. Could be. He looks like a cheddar kind of cheese. If you see a photo of him. I'm going with cheddar. But I'll find out later on in the evening. You leave my weak ass wrists. I'm only small. My weak ass wrists don't have much muscle mass around said wrists. So don't take much to break them. Hence why I've broken a lot of bones in my body. I'm so weak. So we should see drivers ready up soon, I believe. Then we'll get into the lobby on circuit. Get some cars going around that are so weak. Oh dear, this is gonna be a, a carnage kind of stream. I can feel it coming. I don't think that there's gonna be much seriousness about Hanson tonight, unfortunately. I mean, really weird. I'm just really giddy. It's an odd little mood. An odd little mood. Evening, Curly, mate. Hope you well, matey. Hope you are doing all the goods. All that good stuff. I think we're all in the lobby. Yep, James is here, Sterling, Doughboy, Cinderfella, Great Gamer Tag, One Kidney Jim. I'm so curious to whether he's only got one kidney. He'll have to tell me after the race. In fact, I'm going to message him in Discord after the race and find out whether A, his name is Jim, and B, whether he's got one kidney. He does. Nice. Well, there we go. As literal as a gamer tag as you can imagine. Beautiful. What else we got in there? Clean fridge. A happy clean fridge as well. An XD in front of the name. Super happy is clean fridge all the time, it seems. Crazy beans. Very much crazy in the last few races. Sending some down the inside. Love that from him. Last race was great as well. Last week's race was a stomper of a showing. 5 minutes and we shall go. How about 4 minutes and 35 seconds? How about that, young James? How about 4 minutes and 35? Now 4 minutes and 30. Now 4 minutes and 28. No, mate, no worries. All good. We'll go in 5 minutes. Look up and down some gamer tags here. Let's have a nerd. Let's kill some time whilst we sat here in a silly mood. Del boy, absolutely. This guy here, I'm not too sure who he is. Was it DSL Senna 94? Somebody. Well, just skip over that name real quick. Yeah, I mean, now this guy at the bottom, look at Handsome 46. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about Handsome 46, personally. I've heard he's a top gent, really nice. You know, good fella. So, right. So about 3 minutes, I suppose, until we get underway, until racing is to be had. Watch my game die. Like, as soon as we get into the lobby, I've got such an ominous feeling of my game is just going to go, and that's going to be it. Hopefully it doesn't. Exotic, mate, yeah, well. Someone needs to stop him, Lou. I mean, that's the issue. Someone needs to stop him. He's very much running away with things at the moment. Most of all, in the driver standings anyway. In the constructors, the Haas boys are very much doing well for the moment. No worries, James, matey. All good. Why can't he talk under his behalf? What's up with that? DSL. Senna. Unbelievable. Oh, I make that song out of my head. Speaking of things you want to get out of your head, last week's Grand Prix. Wasn't that a forgettable experience for the weekend? Not too sure about your thoughts and opinions, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, but I'm pretty sure I was struggling to keep my eyes open even through the highlights. It looked very boring. Not a fun weekend of racing around the streets of Baku. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure our Baku was a lot more exciting. 100% was more exciting than the actual Grand Prix around Baku this weekend. 100%. So I've got one driver readied up. Ooh, we're an optimist, I see. Love it. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of waiting around. I'm a very impatient little fella, that is for certain. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. When I get the racing underway, want to get some cars on circuit, get the show started. Emphasis on the little, absolutely. Man is a very short man. For all that do not know, man has not been blessed in the height gene in life. That is for certain. Yeah, that is for certain. My brother was blessed with the height. I'm blessed with about 5'6" at a push, and that's at a push, depending on what shoes I'm wearing. I'm not too sure why I'm disclosing this kind of information for you all, but man's a midget. That's for certain. How doing, Storm, mate? Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you are all groovy. So I think we've got like a minute to go. I suppose I'm gonna assume that we're going at 20 to 8. So we'll get the show started. Wonder if it's going to be wet tonight through any of the sessions, either qualifying race or the main race. Although I'm pretty sure the lads would rather have it in the 9-lap race rather than the full 27 if they could pick one. Get the shorter one out of the way in the wet and have a nice dry session for 27 laps. So wet races be tough, mate. I am clock watching, that is for certain. Hey, there we go. Drivers are ready up. Things you do love to see is that drivers readying up so we can get the show on the way. Nice. Good stuff. I got yeeted into there prior to the countdown not being finished. That looks very dry. Is what that does, that's for certain. Monza looks very dry indeed for the short qualifying for the drivers. The crowd up top there looking looking something, I suppose. Excited. There we go. Some claps, some cheers. Go on, lads. They are looking happy to be here, as am I. Lovely stuff. Once I kind of get out of this menu of staring down a pit lane, so I can see some cars. Maybe am I waiting for a car to come out on circuit? I'm gonna assume I am. So whilst I am sat here just looking down the pit lane, and a glorious pit lane it is, because this circuit is very historical to the Formula 1 side of motorsport. Might as well give you a brief catch up. Hey, there we go. It eventually loaded through and got its shit together. Lovely. We'll bring up all the good stuff. Like it, I like it. Get rid of that. Nice. So, standings for the drivers and the constructors as well. We'll go down to the drivers first. As I mentioned earlier, Exotic Plains in P1 at the minute, running away with the haulage of points for himself, sat on 96. The Kirtley sat in P2 on 64. A fresh agent in the Ferrari, I believe, on 45. Abzi driving valiantly this season so far in the Aston Martin on 40 points. DSL Senna 94 on 38. The boss man himself, Snacks on 37. Lost out massively in the previous race, did Snacks. Maintained a healthy lead for a long period of time, and then lost it around the final corner a few laps from the end. Very much gave away a nice haul of points there. He's 6P6. Sterling 06 was feeling a little bit under the weather tonight. Hopefully that doesn't hinder him on circuit. Sat on 28 points. Young James Mason sat in P8 on 26. VXR Mr. Cheese in P9, sorry, on 19 points. And Risky Andy, how risky, I hear you cry, I do not know, in P10 on 19 points. So the... Need a restart? Well, that's not what I want. Does that mean... How has that happened? Why has that happened? Was there a setting wrong? Because me and AJ went through all the settings and all the settings was right prior to you all joining. Not able to choose between all presets. Okay. Huh. Bizarro. No worries, chaps. We will get the lobby underway again. Give me 30 seconds. Let me get all this set up as it should be. Apologies for those sat watching. Well, to save it doing that, I'm assuming it's just going to be easier, isn't it? Yeah, so, what I'll do is I'll put it on presets to get rid of that fucking hindrance, excuse my French, and then just a gentleman's agreement, of course, that you all go preset 5, if it is in the dry, all that malarkey, so that should be, apart from things, right, we'll go presets only, jobs are good then. All that. So, yeah, lovely. That is true, exactly. No one doing preset 5 is... that would just be silly. Right, so the lobby is back up and running, gentlemen. for you all to get in. For those that need an invite, let me know in chat. And I will, in fact, I'll just go down my friends list on the PS side of things. Cinderfella, you got an invite to your face, sir. Okay, Bistro, one to you as well. One Kidney Gym, invite into your face. I'm sure it's a beautiful face as well. Down the list, Absy, one for you. And Kickly 9. Did I just send an invite to a rando by accident? I can't remember. I hope I didn't. I feel like I did. I feel like I have done. And then we'll get down some Xbox friends as well. Get Mr. Cheese into the lobby. Lovely stuff. Right, well, because obviously the sprint race was set to wet, I believe. I don't know how the rain works. If I set the first race to wet, is that going to then set both sessions by default to wet? Because if so, then that's going to obviously not be how it was in the previous lobby. So I reckon we just do a full lobby reset, leave it on dynamic. Yeah, okay, we'll just leave it as it was then prior to us going into lobby. We'll leave it on dynamic. Yeah, and then just let RNG decide. No worries, perfecto. Sounds like a plan. I've done a whole lot of talking and not seen a whole lot of racing. Who's ready for the next game? Say I. Almost didn't press spectate. That would have been a disaster. Because that's literally the one reason why I'm here. Is to spectate these guys on circuit throwing it out, duking it out, up and down the field. Well, I may as well roll myself a quick cigarette. Whilst we wait for the, well, I'm going to assume that every driver is in. Yeah, bellissimo. Perfecto. So all lads are back in. Great stuff. So we'll get this lobby underway. Let me know of any issues when you get into the lobby, chaps. If we need another reset, we will do so. Hopefully this time around, we won't need one, eh? As we said, gentleman's agreement, we all know it's preset 5 in the dry. And as Curtly said in chat, I don't know why you wouldn't got preset 5 around Monza in these cars. It is the best way and the only way. You do not know that way if you don't go on to preset. Oh, that looks a little bit more murky this time around, though, it seems. It was very much cracking flags when we first loaded in before the reset was called. A little bit more. Look at that. Look at that cloud cover. Same crowd, though, as last time. GG's to the fans turning up to the same race twice within the last 5 minutes. Love that from those fans. Committed to the cause as ever. Session will start in 000, yet nothing is starting. Oh, countdown's gone back on to 30, now back on to 0. I mean, I have no idea. What is... There we go. Yikes-a-roonies, this game tonight is already showcasing all of the reasons to why we all can't wait for the new game to come out. Which, for those that haven't seen the trailer that was released today, go and give that a watch. Not a bad little trailer, I must say. Nothing too exciting, but not a bad trailer nonetheless. You see a Red Bull come flying out the garage there, like a bat out of hell. He'll be gone when the morning comes. Oof, I thought there was going to be contact there in the pit lane. Forgot this game does it for you and just slams on the anchors to the car behind. So we will keep on board Mr. Clean Fridge at the moment. Why can't I change my camera angle? There we go. That was taking forever. In fact, we'll get on board the first car, which is a Haas, I believe. Yes, it is Angry Davy P. Wonder how angry he's feeling tonight around the circuit. We will see. Hopefully not angry enough to get turn 1 all kinds of wrong. as I'm sure you've all seen the carnage that can happen into turn 1 around this circuit. Very easy for it just to go completely wrong by only one person making a small mistake, and that small mistake is very much a case of like just a few meters on the brakes too late. You hit the back of one car, that car then goes into the next car, and then just domino effect into turn 1. 3 or 4 cars are spun right round, baby, right round, and then that is pretty much it. You've ruined 4 guys' race, because turn 1, turn 2 at Monza is very much renowned throughout most of the league for just being one of the worst. No one looks forward to it. The rest of the circuit, lovely, but turn 1 at Monza, goodness me, it can be a night killer, is what it can be. That is for certain. So hopefully the lads tonight get it right, going into turn 1, lap 1 of the first race. As we're going to be on board the first man to set a lap around the tight and windy and very much rapid circuit that is Monza. 5.763 kilometers. It is around the Temple of Speed. 11 corners, 11 turns, I should say, for the drivers to navigate. Always a fun little circuit to get your car through. Very much a case of how big are your cojones through Sector 2, through the first Lesmos. I need to make sure I get that word right throughout the night's proceedings. But through the first Lesmos are all a case of how brave can you be to carry the speed through into Sector 3. And then it is very much foot pinned throughout Sector 3, down to Ascari, whip the car through there as brave as you can be, down to the Parabolica, set the lap up nicely, get a time on board. So we will keep an eye out for the drivers tonight, see how much they are pushing the track limits around the Italian streets circuit tonight. Streets, that'd be cool, an Italian street circuit. Wouldn't mind seeing that somewhere in the future. Not too sure how much that could happen, but it would be cool to happen nonetheless, as we've got the Hasse coming around the final corner, dumping all the battery. Battery going to be a major factor for the drivers tonight. Not the best circuit to save the battery on, not the best circuit to get battery back neither, because you are very much foot to the floor throughout the entire lap. I believe it's 83% full throttle throughout the entire lap, so not many times on the brakes, so not many times to get that energy into the hybrid system and back recharged for the rest of the lap. So we will absolutely keep an eye on that throughout both races, see how the drivers are managing and maintaining their battery deployment, as we got Angry David P, I believe it was, setting the first lap of the session. Quickly beaten though by Kurt Maestro and DSL Senna and the lads above him as well. Things you'll see is the lap times getting put down straight away into the 120s. Lovely stuff there from the drivers. Give me 30 seconds, chat, as I quickly do something on my phone just to stop it beeping at my face. That's not what I need for the entire night, is my phone going beep beep beep. It very much sounds like Wally's being dragged through my living room, and he doesn't sound too happy about it. There we go, my phone's going to shut up now. Apologies for that. Right, there we go, my notepad fell away. Things are all sorted. Right, back to the racing action. Back to the guys on circuit. We'll keep an eye on the Ferrari, is what we will do. Keep on board fresh Agent 47. Putting in some strong performances has the Ferrari throughout the Sprint League's proceedings. But a lot of the guys have up and down the field, to be honest with you. Picked presets very much showcasing more of the driver's ability up and down the field, which is things you'd love to see, is the battling on circuit being neck and neck, tight as it can be, and hard racing, but fair racing nonetheless. As he comes into the Parabolica, on the, got a little bit shaky there. On the car just lagged out the pit lane, back on circuit, and back out the pit lane. That was phenomenal stuff, it seems. But yes, here comes the Ferrari barreling into turn 1 there. 210 miles an hour. You are approaching the very heavy braking zone of turn 1. Try your best not to lock up those front tyres. Very easy to do as well, I must say. But cannoning into there, I don't think you're going to see many circuits where you're going to see an F1 car go any faster than 210 mile an hour. Maybe in the tow, we will see. That is for certain. Later on in the proceedings, into the first Lesmo, lay apex, carry the speed through mid-corner. Nice exit there from Fresh Agent. Again, you want to be as brave as you can be on that inside curb. Not too brave though, unsettles the car, forces you very much out wide onto the green thing. That looks like a little bit of celery basically. Completely forgot the name of it, but the runoff there. My brain got put on stun there, it seems. I couldn't think of the name for that green stuff, but it's a little bit of runoff basically. It's a little bit of like exit apex, whatever, exit curb, something on those lines. But the lap's looking good, the lap's looking tidy. My brain's frazzled. Across the line he comes, setting purple sectors up and down the circuit, I believe. Let's see where that puts him. P5, yes. 120.005, very much on the cusp of the 120s. Good evening, Mr. Hedgehog Matey, hope you're well. Hope the day's been good, the weekend was good, all that malarkey. Down the field we go, more cars on circuit, yes. Mr. AJ coming through Ascari, looking tidy through Ascari in the Mercedes-Benz on his first timed lap of the evening. You see how he approaches Parabolica, how nice he is on the brakes. Always nice on the brakes is AJ, carrying a nice bit of speed through there early on the power. Shortest run to the line, boom, with a 122.403. P13 at the moment. Tidy lap there, probably more time in it to be had as well, I can imagine. Down the grid, on to Sterling. We're getting a double dose of the Mercedes boys tonight, one after the other. Sterling going through Ascari as well. We literally caught them both at the exact same point on circuit. Whizzing through there at a rate of knots is Sterling. Into Parabolica he goes, carrying as much speed through as you can. An apex there somewhere. You want to kind of nibble it as late as you can, really. You don't really want to aim for it. It very much compromises you run through the exit. He goes P10. Great lap there from Sterling in the 121.816. Lovely stuff there, considering he's feeling a little bit under the weather. Things you love to see. Juicy stuff there from the Mercedes-Benz. God, the gap here between drivers is almost non-existent at the moment. We've got guys in the 120s from P1 to P4, and the 121s, all the range it seems, from P5 to P11. Then the 122s down from P12 all the way down to P15. And Reading very much on the cusp of the 122s as well. So these guys separated by basically fuck all, to put it politely. Absolutely nothing between these guys on circuit. Things I do love to see is the guys on circuit being tightly bound by not much between the deltas. Day's been good. We just got home and booked up F1. Bosh. I mean, that is literally, that should be the top of your list when you get home on a Wednesday. Is the lads are racing, there's some nutter on commentary. Let's go hang out with that nutter and enjoy some random commentary. I mean, that should be your Wednesday priority. Absolutely. Totally agree. Hashtag priorities. Right? Glad that the day has been good, bud. More important, glad the day has been... Who's that getting on? A little bit of the... a little bit of the curb there. Mr. Plains using all of the circuit to his disposal, it seems. Senna as well, currently on a timed lap, I believe. So we'll give the boss man some camera time, some camera pressure as he comes whizzing through Sky. Is he on the lap? Yes, he is. That battery is being dumped. Coming into the Parabolica. Nicely in, nicely on the brakes as always. Captain Smooth as ever. Shortest run to the line. Pitler, never mind. Teased again. Absolutely teased by a car on circuit. Thought he was going to finish a lap. Nope. Straight into the pit lane. Absolute denied by the boss man. You'll be getting a very strongly lettered email later on, sir. I can assure you that. Was that a car on the runoff there, going through the polystyrene borders? I believe it was. What we will do, though, is get on board the driver standings leader at the moment, see how he navigates the tight and quick circuit tonight. Very much neat and tidy through turn 1 and 2. Has to get out of the way, it does indeed. GG's to you, sir, for noticing that car behind. Evening to you, Snacksy boy. Hope you're well, matey. Hope you're doing alright here across the pond. Yeah, across the pond. All that jazz. Mr. Plains here looking very tidy. Through the first and second Lesmo, holding in 6th through there. It seems I'm very much a case of down into 5th there, get the car rotated through the corner. He holds it in 6th there. That's interesting to see how all the drivers drive, how differently they drive to one and oh, right round, baby, through the Ascari part of the circuit, getting that all kinds of wrong, getting onto the entry curb, it seems, losing the rear during the middle part of the corner, the fastest part of that corner as well. The change of direction can be shifty, can get that car feeling a little bit ropey through there, I assure you that. Commentator's curse, it seems, on Mr. Plains in the Williams. Zinged him real good. So we'll get on board. In fact, we'll turn this off. We'll turn that off. Bosh. We'll let the game do its good stuff. For the remainder of AJ's lap, whilst he takes us through, takes us on a little tour round the Temple of Speed. Speaking of the Temple of Speed, whilst we're here, got 5 minutes to kill. I had a nosy, had a gander on the Tinterweb earlier on, and wrote some fun little facts down about Monza that I didn't know. And if you don't know, you're about to learn about it. A little bit of trivia with Hansen on commentary. So it first opened in 1922, which to me was insane. That's ancient in my eyes, and its first F1 race was in 1950, was when the Formula side of motorsport visited the Temple of Speed. Not bad. 1950 again. Eons ago, it seems, before F1 started up and to where it is now. 72 races being held around the Temple of Speed, which is more races than any other circuit on the F1 calendar. Naturally so, being the Temple of Speed and seemingly being so iconic with every team that goes there. Holding the most races over any circuit on the calendar, and apparently, obviously, according to the F1 website and all that jazz, most wins at Monza is currently held by Ferrari. So they are very much dominant and good at home, it seems. 19 wins there for the prancing horses. You get up and down the field real quick, see who's on a lap. See, now Natalie McGizmo's back, there we go. Who's on a lap? I think Clean Freedy's on a lap, absolutely rocketing into turn 1 in that Red Bull. Great Red Bull livery. Oh, get a bit all kinds of shape, out of shape there. On the exit, the rear's very much spinning up. A little bit slidey on the exit. Easy to do, I can assure you that. I have lost the car many a time through turn 1 and turn 2. Into turn 3, or turn 4, I should say, he goes. Oh, getting out of the way, it seems, for the faster car behind. One of the McLaren boys coming, barreling through. It seems like, is that Crazy Beans coming through? No, it was not. Although Crazy Beans is going to come through here behind the Red Bull. Oh, easy, lads, easy. Jesus Christ. That was one kidney Jim, I believe, on a lap. Yes, it was into the Ascari chicane. He goes. Change, as I mentioned earlier, change of direction through there can be very unsettling on the car, but he handles it gracefully and magnificently through there. 2 very big words during an F1 commentary stream for seemingly no reason. Pulled that out of a thesaurus and chose to use it. Very nice on the power there as well. Through parabolic. Across the line he comes with a 121.892. Puts him P14 very much in the mix into turn 1. He's going to be, keep an eye out if he can improve, or maybe double running Although battery round here does not let you double run, that is for certain. Look at the gaps here up the grid. We've got guys, as I mentioned earlier, P1 all the way down to P6 now, all in the 120s. Then down from P6, well no, down from P7, sorry, all the way down to P14 in the 121s. Mere tenths separating the guys here between a P8 and a P6. Lovely stuff from everyone up and down the field thus far. Oh, got a minute and 10 seconds left. Lovely. Then it's into the first race we go. Now, no lads reported on rain the second time round that we loaded into the lobby, so I'm going to assume no rain is to be had throughout the sprint and the main race, which is a shame. I was looking forward to some wet stuff out on circuit. Rain always spices it up around any circuit. It makes the racing a little bit more exciting to watch, a little bit more carnage on a circuit as well. I ran across the line about to start a lap. We'll keep an eye on his lap time as he finishes, as we got the Ferrari on another lap, so we'll get off board all these stuff there. Let the game give us some nice camera angles as he takes the Ferrari around its home circuit, its home Grand Prix, so to speak. Oh, goodness me. Got the bloody sniffles. Got the sniffles. Absolutely whizzing the car through the escape. Oh, track limits have been breached. Yep. Oh, very much pushing that Ferrari to its absolute limit there. Throwing that guy around like a good un. But right round goes Storm Twister. Caught that right at the end. As I was fumbling upon my words, Storm Twister fumbled upon his rears, getting too hot, and took that car for a nice little pirouette, it seems. As I was going to say, Exotic Plains there topping the time sheets, a 120.375. Pulled that out the bag in the last dying standings of this qualifying session. Great stuff there from the Williams, but as I mentioned a few times already, look at the gaps here from P1 all the way down to P8. Unbelievable stuff there from the guys up and down the field. Cronus, absolutely, I'm calling hacks. He's got to have something on, I mean. Someone check his PC. Someone check his Xbox. I'll send an official FIA complaint in. I'll get somebody around there for it. Someone check that controller. 100%. But I think that is going to be all the guys done and finito. Yes, it is. For the laps on circuit. So, Mr. Plains, Mr. Exotic Hacking, P1 with a 120. Hey! I was reading that game. Man was fixated on letters and numbers and things. Bring that back. Thank you. Thank you very much. As I was saying, Mr. Plains P1, Kurt Mistro P2, Storm Twister P3, Mr. Senna DSL Bossman in P4, Absy P5, Fresh Agent 6, James Mason P7, Ryan Watson P8, handy showing from you, sir. Sterling P9, AJ P10, Crazy Beans in the P11, Cinefella P12, Delboy P13, One Kidney Jim P14, and my game, come on, faster, VXR P15, Clean Freeze 16, Anger David P17. He'll be raging after P17 if his name is given anything to go by, and Redding in P19, I believe. I think it was. So remember, boys, no formation lap. It's very much case of grid, lights out, and absolute send it, baby. But as I mentioned earlier in Discord, turn 1, boys, be vigilant. Don't be silly, don't be reckless. There's a whole race to go. It isn't worth murdering yourself and the rest of the grid to get through turn 1 swiftly, when there is 9 laps to go and then 27 laps to go in the second race. So bear that in mind, boys. Go well, GG's, all that fun stuff. Go at quarter past. Oh, you barking orders to me. If we want to go now, we'll go now, young James Mason, is what we'll do. Decent lap to finish, mate. Good stuff, AJ, mate. Good stuff. GG's. Nice little lap there at the end. Was it? I think it was P10, I believe. Apparently, I've got Alzheimer's and can't remember from 30 seconds ago. But I think it was P10. Only the second team to get two in the top 10. Not so there you go then, yeah. Both Mercedes into the top 10 part. Ooh. We'll keep an eye on you. Both throughout the first race of the evening. So we got a quarter past, you say, so we've got 5 minutes to go. Lovely stuff. See, now from my side of things, this is a part of the stream where it's a little bit awkward. Because we've got 5 minutes to go, let the drivers get sorted, tend to the children, go to the toilet, get a drink, all that good stuff. Whilst I'm sat here, I don't need the toilet. My child's not with me at the moment, she's currently with her mother. So I'm just sat here, kind of waiting now for 4 minutes. And I should take a break, just not speak for 4 minutes, let my throat settle down, all that stuff. But then you're all sat in an awkward silence for 4 minutes, and that to me feels worse. So I don't want to leave you all in an awkward silence for 4 minutes, watching every pit crew down the grid merging into each other very slowly. Because we've got 3 Mercedes, we've got 3 Mercs, we've got 3 Red Bull mechanics, 3 Ferrari, literally every team at the minute, all doing the conga, it seems, in a very closed fashion. No idea why they're all merging into each other at the minute. That looks uncomfortable. Does that looks don't look pleasant at all. So what I will do is take a quick 30-second break vocally. Let this clock tick down, all that jazz. And then we'll be good to go for the first race. Because I've got a funny feeling this is going to be busy up and down the grid. Hopefully no snorting tonight. Got to remember that. Hopefully no snorting pig noises. Because that's 2 weeks now. It's happened. Two minutes to go. Right. So not long until we get the guys on circuit and ready to race. Get some cars whizzing around the Temple of Speed. Apparently whizzing is now the word of the night, it seems. Don't we worry, James. They've already been given the brief warning on stream about turn 1. Don't you worry. Man's got it covered. You all focus on your driving. All goods, mate. They got this, I believe. I believe. At first, was you afraid? And then was you petrified? Kept thinking, how will you make turn 1 with the car down your inside? And I'm going to stop that before that song goes on for 5 minutes. Speaking of minutes, 1 minute to go before this, fuck's sake, Adam. Before we get this race underway. I mean, I'm scared for you, to be honest with you. I'm scared for you all. I hate turn 1 at Monza. Can't stand it. It's just scary. Because there's just cars everywhere. Gas to your right, car in front, car behind you. Just, death everywhere. But hopefully the chaps get through turn 1 all smooth sailing, eh? Let's get it started in hub. Let's get it started in here. Throw back to the Black Eyed Peas for you there. For literally no reason, but yes, let's get this underway. Oh god, F1 car noises made me jump. As we've got lights out, and away we go, and away we go, and away we go, there we go. Jeez, this game has the worst delay on the planet. But at the moment, everyone getting away nicely and cleanly it seems. But this point at the moment in time is not the danger zone. This is the danger zone into turn 1. They go through turn 1, turn 2. Cars getting away nicely and cleanly, I believe. Toppling and changing up and down the field, but no carnage and no murderers. Oh no, we've got 2 cars, I believe. 1 car DNF'd at the back of the field there. Angry Davey P, as the name would imply. Maybe not happy with what's gone on there through turn 1. I'm not too sure what has gone on there through turn 1. I believe someone's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision. My fingers aren't working. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Positions all the goods. Bosh. Yes, we've got Ryan Wotton with a 5-second penalty for a severe collision, I think I saw. Angry Davey P DNFing further down the pack. I think this is just a VSC, I believe. Not too sure. Ryan hitting center it was. Okie dokie. We'll keep an eye on that, see if he serves that under a pit stop window. Oh, I can't make sure picking up a drive-through. Naughty, naughty. Under the VSC. It was just about to end as well, and it's a bit of a drive-through right at the end there. That's going to be a pain in his ass throughout the night's proceedings. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Into the pit lane he goes. Get that served straight away. Very wise choice there from Kurt Muto. Get that done and dusted. So we've got Gars up and down the field here, chopping and changing positions. It seems we can't get on board 1 car, so we'll get on board 2. Yes, we will. Around the outside, maybe go still. The intercept, that's brave. Late on the brakes, not quite yet. Looks, oh, slidey from Sterling there, losing the rear on the exit. Easy to do, very easy to do, is get that rear all loosey-goosey out of turn 1 and turn 2. He's now under pressure from Delbo behind in that Red Bull, waiting to pounce into turn 4. Not quite close enough yet though. It seems to get that move done and stick Cinderfella now in the sister team of the Alfred Terry on the back of the Fatherhood Red Bull team of Del Boy. Through the first Lesmo he comes. We'll keep an eye on that Delta throughout the proceeding because these guys are neck and neck up and down the field right now. Redding sat 2.5 seconds behind the Clean Fridge, who's now is in the gearbox of 1 Kitty Jim, dumping all of the battery in that Rebel down to the Escario chicane on the inside. No, took it in behind. Wise move there from Clean Frizz. Follow him behind here through the Escario chicane, as I just mentioned, down to the Parabolic. A DRS going to be enabled within the next lap of racing conditions, I believe, unless something happens. Oh, sister team and brother team having a good old ding-dong, it seems, at the moment, through the Parabolic chicane. Look at that camera angle. Good stuff there from EA. GG's to you, top men, for getting something right at least. Delby now wanted to come back and make a move, it seems, on the Alpha Cinderfella down the inside into turn 1, dumping all the battery late on those brakes. Hook up that apex nicely. Yes, he does. Great move there from Del Boy into turn 1. I think that is going to be the place to overtake throughout the entire night, unless you are brave into the Escario chicane. But a lot of drivers look to opt to take it down into turn 1. But AJ here, very much making me eat my own words. Round the outside into turn 4, it seems. Yes, hold out on the brakes, it seems. No, not quite make the move. No, Cinderfella defending here like an absolute lion. But AJ getting the run of dreams, it seems, out of the chicane. No, not quite yet. Is it now? Tucking in behind the Alpha 30 before he got that move done. But then he came back a little bit, this Cinderfella, on the traction there. Just got a running exit out of that chicane, maintaining P10 from the Mercedes behind. The wing wide open around the outside. Goes AJ into a sky. Gets that move done long before the apex there. Great move there from AJ, keeping patient and keeping that under wraps. Now, but this Cinderfella is not giving up at all, it seems. Everyone who's getting by him once is not getting by without a retort coming straight away. Getting that move done now, chopping and changing. Is P10 and P11. Mercedes-Benz and AlphaTauri scrapping it out for the last few points of the evening. VAC now deployed, which lets me have a quick intake of breath because goodness gracious me, there was cars everywhere. That was Sterling DNFing somewhere as well. No, that's a pit lane retirement it seems for the Mercedes-Benz, I believe. Yes, it is. So we'll bring up positions changed real quicko. Get on board. So there's a lot of guys here pitting, it seems, for the minute under VSC. So we've got Mr. Plains in P1 maintaining his starting position. Storm Twister up 1. Fresh Agent up 3. Great gain there from the Ferrari. DSL Senna maintaining P4 where he started. Ryan Wotton P3. James Mason up 1 in P6. Del Boy up 6 positions. Great drive from him so far in the first race of the night. Cinderfella, as I just mentioned there, defending like a lion and attacking like an angry lion, it seems. Not letting anybody get past without a second round of slugging to be had. Don't mind that from the AlphaTauri. Kurt Mitchell down 7, the biggest loser. One of the biggest losers, I should say, in the first race. At P9, AJ Crazy Beans maintaining where they started. Clean fridge up 4. Clean fridge up 4, it seems. Clean fridge up 4 in P12. VXR up 2 in P13. And Woodkiddy Jim maintaining P14. Absy down 10. Ouchies. That's not fun. In P15, Redding up 2 in P16. Rear wing damage, says Sterling, who drives in the Mercedes-Benz. That's not fun. You can't even fix that either. That's the worst part about that, is that you can't even fix it. Oh, that's sucky, my man. But unfortunate. Oh, it's a full safety car. I thought it was just a safety car. A VSC, sorry. Full safety car deployed. Look at that, Aston Martin. Listen to that rumbling V8 as that comes flying through the first Lesmo. Was that the first Lesmo from the safety car? Yeah. Oh, in fact, let's get some safety car commentary here. Is what we're going to do as he comes through the second Lesmo. There you go. I've got it wrong already. Lesmo, not Lesbo. Lesmo. I need to get that out of my brain. Is what I need to do. Jesus, wept. Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. For God's sake. Oh dear. Oh, I do apologise for my lack of vocabulary. Mate, I'm doing good, but I'm doing alright. Hope you all like it. Hope you and the family are all good, buddy. Lesbo. I can't believe what to say. Oh, I've gone bright red. Oh dear. Right, safety car currently. Oh god, safety car currently deployed. And out at the minute. Aston Martin looking nice and green, it seems. Look at that. It is very pretty, to be fair. It is a very pretty car. Aston Martin now going into turn 1. Look at that. It is pulling away. DRS assistance not for the safety car at the moment, obviously behind the car. He's going to get the DRS here. Excellent planes now. 155 miles an hour behind the Aston Martin into turn 1. Can he make the move down the inside? Oh, not quite yet on the safety car. Has to wait for next lap, it seems, before that move gets done and gets made. Why is it out still? What are we waiting for? The guys to catch up. God damn. I think we got one more car, I believe. Yes, it is. We've got one more car to catch up the pack, and then it should be safety car in this lap. There's exotic planes on the medium compound of tyre, it seems. Let's have a look at the tyres, since there's been a VSC and a safety car. Wing changes to be had also. So we've got everyone on the mediums, barring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 guys opting for the soft compound of tyre at the moment. So we will keep an eye on Ryan, AJ, the clean fridge. How clean, I hear you cry. I'm not too sure. I will get an answer for you, I promise, on the soft tyre. One kidney Jim, who I now do know only has one kidney, sat on the soft compound of tyre. Absi and Redding also on these soft tyres. So we will keep an eye on Absi in P15 here. very much has the pace and potential to be further up the grid. But now sat P15 down 10 positions. I cannot speak. Down 10 positions on a relatively new, fresh set of soft tyres. Yummy! So he will be absolutely rapid further down the field. Safety car coming in as it pulls away. Mr. Plains becoming the El de facto of the Delta, taking control of the pack behind. How early does he go? I do not know. Weaving left and right, getting that heat into those mediums at the minute. Storm Twister lurking very much on the gearbox of Mr. Plains there. Read him like a book, it seems. Has Storm Twister getting the biggest of toes, the longest of toes into turn, but not quite in, not close enough yet, it seems. Got to look to tuck him behind there and follow him through the first lap of this restart. And AlphaTauri absolutely sending it into turn one there. He's coming like an absolute torpedo. It's like AlphaTauri there, caught that on the right hand side of my monitor. He came in like a fucking wrecking ball. Where's he come from? Cinderfella absolutely sending it into turn one. Goodness me, he's come out of nowhere. Oh, McLaren right round as well. Oh, Red Bull contact, Haas contact, McLaren contact, more contact, Alfa Romeo into the McLaren as well. Crazy beans, carbon fibre fucking everywhere. That car's now shut and bunted and off the circuit. That's going to go. AlphaTauri in the gravel. Absolute calamity, it seems. After the safety car restart, goodness me. Cinderfella came out of absolute nowhere and he set off a trigger of just carbon fibre splashing everywhere. Carnage up and down the field, it seems. Drivers getting it wrong everywhere. The second chicane, claiming victims. Taking out two cars, it seems. Crazy Beans very much getting shunted into the chicane. Oh, VXL looking down the inside of one kiddie gym there into a parabolic. And goodness me, my lungs are going to collapse. That was absolutely insane. Abzi making the most out of this at the minute, seeing cars die left, right and centre. Very much a game of Armageddon right now, but for cars, Carmageddon. There we go. That's an actual game. Very much Carmageddon through turn 1 and turn 3 and 4. But Abzi making the most of it, making up some positions. It seems now P10. Lovely stuff from him. Oh, Red Bull boys here having a little bit of a fight as well. Team orders, I think, not around the outside on the soft tyres. Can't imagine Delta's going to fight that too hard. And oh, in fact, I'm completely wrong here. Two Red Bull 40s. I cannot speak. I cannot formulate a sentence without stumbling upon a syllable, it seems. But these Red Bull boys, I was trying to say, very much duking it out here. One on the mediums, one on the soft cup on a tyre as well. If I was Delta boy, I'd probably let Clean Fridge through there on his soft tyre, let him run away. If he doesn't get away enough, get him back cleanly and efficiently. But at the minute, he's saying absolutely sod that, it seems. Down the inside into Ascari, he goes not quite close enough yet to get that move done. Brave, bold and almost very beautiful there from the Red Bull boy. These are still absolutely slugging it out, and Abzi is now lurking in the wake stage saying, hello boys, I'm still here. I'm going to absolutely send this on both of you because you two are scrapping, having a good old little fight amongst yourself. Oh, limit contact made there almost from the teammates in the Alps. Again, this man don't take cars in ones. He only overtakes when there's two cars to take, it seems. He's done it at Spain, now at Monza. Down the inside he goes on both Red Bull boys. Late on the brakes, late as he dares. Nice on the brakes there from the Aston Martin there. Round the outside of turn 2. Red Bull going right round at the back there, losing out massively. Move made. Thank you very much, Red Bull boys, it seems. Give me 2 of those, baby. I will eat that out for breakfast, dinner, supper, and tea, it seems. From Abzi there, great stuff. Very much opportunistic as ever in the Aston Martin. Madman, again, madman. He can't get past one car. It's got to be 2. He's greedy for overtakes. Is Abzi, it seems. Great stuff there from the Aston Martin. Woohoo! Love it. This is absolutely phenomenal up and down the field. Last lap of the race, so at the minute, Mr. Plain still P1, 8/10 adrift of Storm Twister now, who's under pressure a little bit from the Ferrari behind, but battery being very much limited here around Monza. As I mentioned earlier, battery gets dumped around here like you wouldn't believe. It gets emptied. You are not going to get many laps to dump that at full pelt, but these guys now very much a second between each other now, coming into the checkered flag, I believe. Yes, they are. So that is it for the first race of the evening. Good, my abs. are absolutely killing. Goodness gracious me. Mr. Plays there keeping P1, Sortus at P2, Fresh Agent P3, Mr. Bossman in P4. Great drive from you, sir. James Mason P5, Ryan Watton P6. Agent the SP Splitter guy in P7. Abzi again. It's got to be two cars. It's got to be two cars. He wants to overtake two cars or nothing, it seems, in the Aston Martin P8. Great recovery drive from you, good sir. I can assure you that. Del Boy P9, both Red Bulls, as we saw there, just slugging it out. Team orders, absolutely not. Team orders went out the window. Middle finger up to that team orders, it seems, at Red Bull. And they were juking it out, which gave Abzi the best opportunity to tuck in and just breeze on by them both whilst they was fighting. Great stuff there. My throat, goodness. Driver of the day for the first race, absolutely so. Great recovery drive there, from getting absolutely leathered to getting back at the grid, back through the field. Great stuff. I want to know what happened with Cinderfella into turn 1. So if you're here in chat, mate, please let me know, because all I saw was an AlphaTauri go flying into turn 1 onto the grass. I don't know how you've not collected 3 cars there. I have no idea. Oh dear. Oh, absolute man. That was absolute madness. Oh man. Great stuff, boys. I'm going to get to it. If you're back in the lobby, Curtly, you should be able to race, mate. It should just put you back in your same car if you made it back in. I believe. I think. Yeah, why get falling out? Buy some batteries, forehead. That'll do it. I'll just charge it up. No, GG's up and down the field. And I apologise for getting so rowdy and shouty there, but man was excited. That was incredible. That was nuts. And you at this point, if you don't know how I be, then I don't know why you're here. Because man gets excited, man gets loud, and a lot of noise happens. Is what happens. I'm expressive. That's the word we'll use. I'm expressive. So, but that was madness. That was absolute madness. Oh, great stuff. GG's. Can't raise your batteries in the back. It don't feel right. What do you mean, like the weight? Well, like the weight the battery gives the controller? Just put a batteries in a battery pack cover over the... It should do, mate. If you got DC during the first lobby, but it should just put your shit back into the car, so... Oh, okay, fair enough. No, fair enough, because I mean, I'd lost the back of controllers like you wouldn't believe, so... I totally get that. I totally get that. So we go at 25 too, okay. So a couple of minutes then until we get the second race underway. So 27 laps, I believe it was, for the second race of the evening. So, well, I was going to say, so tyres come into play there, but since there was a VSC and a safety car during the first race, lads got the chance to get on some fresh rubbers. So, but naturally so, with the second race being a little bit longer, pit stops will come into play. The undercut, the overcut, all that good stuff will come into play. So we'll keep an eye on that, see what strategies lads pick if they opt for the, I think the best strategy around here is medium hards. I believe, could be wrong there. I think I heard something mentioned earlier in a conversation about medium hards being the way forward on this game around here, but some guys like to be a little bit different, a little bit fruity with their tyre strategies. All of that stuff. Apologies for what, good sir? He's got not to apologise for me, for matey. Oh, okay, fair enough. My bad. Things you love to see. Drivers getting along, apologising for the mistakes on circuit. Mate, no, all good, mate, all good. Happens to the best of us, I can assure you that. I assure you that. And in fact, I could say with wholehearted confidence, I could ask the entire grid tonight if they've been involved in a smash at Monza, and every one of you would say yes. Because Monza be Monza. Turn 1 be Turn 1. It's a mess, it's hard, but you all got through there relatively unscathed, minus a little bit of damage here and there. So, lights out. And I say away we go every week, like it actually reacts straight away when the lights go out. And it hasn't, still hasn't. There's a Haas going backwards. there's a apparently that Haas said, you know what? Actually, boys, I'm not quite feeling this right now. I'm gonna say no. But we are lights out and away we go into turn. I think most of the guys there opting for the hard tyre. Yes, they are. So look a little bit further down the grid here. Let's catch on board some clarity and see if any carnage unfolds. Not quite yet, it seems. 3 second penalty there though for James Mason as he gets a corner cutting infringement. I'm going to assume taking the runoff into turn 1 to avoid a crash. Very much getting away nicely though, I think the lads. Yes, I mean there's a clean freeze going sideways through the first chicane there. Tokyo Drift music, insert it there, please. It seems he got onto the grass there, it's sliding all 4 wheels. Very much full lock in that. No idea how he's not taken out at least 3 cars there, like 10-pin bowling. Onto the gravel now is Clean Frizz, very much struggling to get those mediums up to him. That Alpha Tauri is on absolute nitrous. It seems going past him, but that McLaren wasn't moving, it seemed. Cinderfella has very much packed that car through. It was something ungodly. It seems now making the move on the McLaren of Crazy Beans. Now look at him at the most of this toe into the Parabolica at the minute. So I've got Delboy in P10, AJP 9, Ryan Wotton in P8, VXR on the back of a 3-man toe, it seems, and James Mason getting a nice show of Storm Twister, Absy, and Senna now down the inside is Abby. Storm Twister is trying to find a gap there that does not exist. Down the inside, these boys go through turn 1 to the side to side, wheel to wheel. I said side to side, slide, wheel to wheel through turn 1 and turn 2. There, space being given, which is very hard through turn 1 and turn 2. There's not much space to be had, and they got through that nicely. 2 cars getting through turn 1, turn 2, no contact made, move done, overtake central it seems for Absy, who's almost getting pushed now by the Alfa Romeo of 751st Lesmo. Got that right this time. Lesmo, Adam. Lesmo, as he's now in the tow. Not quite yet DRS for the guys on circuit. Looking now to save a little bit of battery. Don't want to dump too much. Speaking of dumping, the Alpine boys, the Williams, and the Alpine duking it out, slugging it out into the Ascari chicane. Ryan Wotton almost getting that move done on Storm Twister, looking to opt out of the overtake there, tucking behind and not risk making contact through the chicane. Easy to do through there, as I mentioned earlier. Not much room to be had through a lot of this circuit, let alone through turn 1, turn 2 and through the Ascari chicane. Right, what now? Getting a mega tow, it seems, off the Alpine. We'll get off board his camera real quick on the camera, the helicopter camera. What are words tonight, honestly? Words are really hard. But down the outside is Ryan Wotton on the Alpine. That's on. Oh, great move there from Ryan Wotton, getting that move done nice and cleanly. But who is this behind now? Lurking in the way. We've got an AlphaTauri of James Mason now getting, again, a tow of 2 cars. It's a 3-way scrap, it seems, tonight for cars up and down the field. Incredible stuff from the guys tonight thus far. These hard tyres now, 3 laps old, slowly getting up to temperature. These will start to feel nice and smooth for these guys all on hard tyres, which I'm going to assume every car on circuit is on hard tyres. No, that Mr. Cheese, the guy on soft tyres in P5. James Mason now getting the move done around the outside. No, but that now is boxed in. Car in front, car to his left, nowhere to go there for the young man in the AlphaTauri. Just has to now tuck in behind and get up. F1 is hard to do sometimes because words are difficult. Talking is difficult. Switch back there from Storm Twister though through the parabolic. Now James Mason getting a run on 2 cars again. Apparently it's just owns it 2 cars tonight. Central it seems on circuit. Absy early getting past 2 cars. James Mason now looking to get past 2 cars into. Oh, but there is not enough room there, boys, for 3 cars. Someone's got to yield, and 1 car does yield around the outside, maybe for the young man. Not quite yet. Very good on the grass. Shaky, baby. Look at that after getting all kinds of loosey-goosey. Shake what your mama gave you, baby, off the exit of turn 1 and turn 2. Goodness gracious me. Getting all kind of out of shape there. Taking out for turn. Shake what your mama gave you. I did not just say that. But anyway, James Mason getting his AlphaTauri all kind of out of shapes there through turn 1 and 2. Did very well, though, to catch that and make sure he did not go right round into the barricade or the Williams of Ryan Wootton for that matter. VXR now on the soft tyre in P5. My lungs. On P5 at the moment. Dick Van Deen pinging my phone with clips into the mod room. I'm not looking forward to those. I can assure you that. Oh, got me voice. VXR in P5. I'm falling apart, gents. In P5 on the soft tyre. Not quite making the most yet of this soft tyre at the minute, but he's got some quick guys ahead. That is for certain. Absy in front on the hards. Quick driver, as we've all seen, DSL Centre, Dr. Smooth operator in P3. P2 goes to the Ferrari of Fresh Agent, and Mr. Plains holding P1 still. But down we are going to go. These 3 chaps apparently are saying, oh, we are not done here, Adam. Come back to us. We want more camera time. More good stuff for you. 3 cars there trying to go into turn 1, and they're just going to get the move done this time round. Not quite yet. Can't James Mason. Still following that Williams of Ryan Wootton, I believe. Was it Ryan Wootton? I think it. Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was. I am right this time around. Go me. I'm getting better. Now, still following behind, though, is James Mason of the Williams of Ryan Wootton in front, who is being tugged along nicely, I may add, by Storm Twister up in front, who isn't getting a gap big enough for Ryan Wootton to break the DRS behind him. So he's just getting pulled along now. Free toe. Here we go. First DRS zone of the lap down to the Ascari chicane, but not close enough to get the move done, which is absolutely hindering James behind, because now he's caught between, do I dump the battery, try to get the move done as quickly as I can do. I forgot some gizmos. Speaking of battery, very much on the verge of running out is James at the moment. 5% left for him to deploy, which again, Monza is a very hard circuit to make. Storm Twister is apparently taking this scenic route through the parabolic, and they're getting a mega wash of understeer, losing out massively to Ryan Wootton behind. Now getting a mega toe into turn 1, very much defending valiantly is Storm Twister. Holds that line through 1, gets nice on the brakes, so does Ryan. Switch back, maybe not quite close enough yet, it seems. Hang on, wait a minute. There is cars. There's cars. I tried to combine cars and guys there and came up with Kais is what I've done, but there is guys down the grid chopping and changing is what I was trying to say. That's an angry Davy P retiring now into the first chicane. It seems I've missed a crash there. I have. So that is a angry David P and Kurt Mistro currently out of the session. Kurt Mistro unfortunately falling victim to a DC and all that jazz. Mate, I saw the message in chat, buddy, but before I could get you an invite, it DSQ'd you from the session, so wasn't much point then me sending you an invite once you got. Mate, sucky, my guy. No, sucky. This game is summit. Now, this game is something. So, I don't know whether that is a full safety car, which I think it is, because some guys just slammed on for a delta there. In fact, no, it can't be, because I would imagine someone maybe would have pitted if it was. Nope, full cost safety car. I'm talking out my ass. I know what's just happened? Question mark. uh, uh, I am confusion. Is what I am. I don't know. The race just finished. The race just finished. Um, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. Hang on. Um, I've no idea. We'll try to fix it. um, can one of the drivers in chat please let me know if that lobby is still going and functioning and all that jazz? Because my race just finished according to my game. Okay, apparently we're still under safety car. Are all the guys in still? Can someone let me know in chat, please? One of the drivers, if you can hear my glorious northern accent. Is okay. So that was my side of things. The race just finished. It just apparently just he got. I'm back all good, all Gucci. But all I saw was exotic planes go up behind the safety car, and then the race finished, and then he was being crampy. He won. It's like okie dokie. So that's apparently what we're doing now here. Is yeeting out the commentator. For no reason. But I digress. We're back. We're back in. Let me bring up some good stuff. All this shit back up. What a chuff, man. That was the most bizarre little thing ever. Pick up the tyres. There we go. Pick up the tyres. Best place to ask Angry David P, mate, is in the Discord and not in the Twitch chat, my guy. I'm sorry to hear your frustrations, my man. I know how that feels all too much, hence why I'm sat here in the commentary box, mate, not racing. Hit that little wall myself where F1 was just getting a little bit bleh. Not watching. This is great fun. I love doing what I'm doing, and I'm very thankful for the random opportunity that has arose from doing this on a Wednesday. But driving got a little bit bleh, to be fair. So safety car out at the moment. Back to racing action, all that fun, good stuff. After the random DC, so everyone barring one car on the hard tyres at the minute. I am good, Angry P, my man. I am all good, matey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit socially awkward around new people. That's why I do it on my own, because it's me, myself, and my madness. It's a little bit easier. It's not easier, but it's easier for me. So, I appreciate the offer, my man. All funky. So, safety car should be going around for this lap, I believe, and then into the pit lane he will go. As he goes barreling into the first chicane, rides that into the apex very generously, and the exit sausage curb there. The Aston Martin Hungary for the banger sausage, it seems, riding that like a good one through the first Lesmo. He goes in the Aston. Look at that Aston Martin carrying great speed there through the first part of sector 2. Now into the second Lesmo he goes, riding all of the curb. And look at running out wide a little bit. That man has driven them. That he's driven before. That man in the safety car has driven that car before. Definitely. He must know what he's doing. Flying through the first Lesmo with that safety car. That was at least like 120 miles an hour. Easily. Absolutely rapid. Speaking of safety cars, in this lap it comes. So I'll stop talking absolute drivel about the safety car. As we saw before, Mr. Plains becoming the El de facto of the Delta, maintaining speed safely, as always. Looking to punch a hole and absolutely sending it. After the safety car is, hopefully this time round, there's not a rogue AlphaTauri going barreling into turn 1. And we'll get away nicely and cleanly, because my lungs can't handle that again. My lungs can't handle just a random AlphaTauri going into turn 1 like an absolute missile. But God, it was funny. God, it was funny. He's he sent it early. Has Mr. Plains, it seems, catching very much the entire pack off guard there, pulling a 1 second gap straight away, it seems, to the guy behind DSL. So now getting a run of dreams around the outside of the Ferrari. Maybe not quite yet. Oh, carnage, it seems. Crashing, calamity, carbon fire, but all of the bad stuff into 10-1. Abs getting on the gravel. James Mason getting up positions. Yep, there's 4 cars there, very much neck and neck through the first part of the sector. Who got caught in the carnage down the grid? I'm not too sure. Anyway, I digress. Back on board the AlphaTauri of James Mason through the first Lesmo. He goes. Ryan Wharton again on the back of Storm Twister. We'll keep an eye on that battle. They've been going for at least 10 laps of those 3 cars at the moment. Very much cars separated by absolutely nothing. But VXR getting an absolute, oh, easy boy, as he gets on the grass there for no reason whatsoever. Yeeting his Alpine into the barrier almost, getting heavy on the thumbstick there was Mr. Cheese. It seems maybe his thumb was a little bit slippery from eating too much cheese, but we'll never know. Crazy Beans now down the inside, I should say, into Parabolica. All about wheel banging there from Mr. Crazy in the McLaren, getting that move done. Yes, he's not quite yet. Vixar now getting a run around the outside, it seems. This will go on throughout the entire run into turn 1. I would imagine. Oh, not quite yet. Crazy Beast now falling back a little bit. Not quite, but just a little bit, it seems. Oh, no, down the inside goes Crazy Beans on the Alpine of VXR. On the outside now of turn 2. Great move there from Crazy Beans. Late on the brakes. Very good on the brakes, I may add. Great stuff there from you, young man. Lovely stuff. Ryan Wharton now and James Mason still going out. These 2 cars, get those fucking gizmos off his screen. These 2 cars very much still duking it out, but there's 4 cars here going into the first Lesmo. I've already forgotten the names of who I'm watching. I think we've got James Mason, we've got Ryan Wharton, Storm Twister, and a Sterling, I believe. Yes, Sterling, James Mason, Ryan Wharton, and Storm Twister now having a 4-way battle here through Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, and now down to the Ascari chicane. These guys have been duking it out throughout the entire second race. So far, Ryan Wharton, Storm Twister, and James Mason have been slugging it out like heavyweight boxers this evening, and they are not giving up, nor are they giving an inch, and they are trying to take a mile. Speaking of taking a mile, Sterling, absolute overspeed with that batter been down the inside. Oh, contact made! Right round, baby, right round. Oh, no! Both Mercedes-Benz there getting contact made with each other. Carbon fibre everywhere, it seems. Down the inside, he was looking to go. That door got shut very quickly, it seems, and very much abrasively, I may add there. That door got slammed shut firmly in that Mercedes-Benz's face there. He's kept out, I believe, and the other Mercedes-Benz has gone into the pit lane for a new front wing. But these 2 guys in the Alpine and the, oh god, my throat, the Alpine and the Red Bull still, oh, we've got a retiree down the grid. I believe that Crazy Beans in the pit lane. Yes, it's, I wish you wouldn't do that to me. Wish you would. It sets me up for maybe a crash, and there's nothing to be had on bloody circuit. So anyway, back to the matter of hand, back to the racing at hand, it seems, because again, another AlphaTauri. These AlphaTauri boys tonight are just slugging it out up and down the field. Just everyone, these hands are rated E for everyone, it seems, in the AlphaTauri seats tonight. They are duking it out up and down the field. In DRS range now as well is Cinderfella. We'll keep on board this real quick, see if we can get this move done into Ascari. Not quite yet, but the smart option, as I mentioned earlier. Oh, very much, that's a generous line there. I can assure you that, young man, through the Ascari chicane. This AlphaTauri is not built for off-roading, and you was very much 3 tyres off the circuit there. How that must have given you a warning there for that limits. If it hasn't, that's daylight absolute robbery. But into turn 1, he's going to want to go now on the back of the Alpine of Mr. Cheese, the Dairily Dunkable of the league. DRS wide open, ping, there it is, wing wide open. Getting a mega amount of overspeed, 204. Oh, excuse me, I do apologize. 214 miles an hour into turn 1 there, getting that move done very easily with the overspeed, hugely helping that AlphaTauri get past the Alpine into turn 1. Great stuff there from Siniford. That was a lot better than his dubious line through the Escalier chicane, I can assure you that. Now, James Mason still hounding the back of this Alpine in front of him. He's very much been a roadblock, it seems, for this young man throughout the evening's proceedings. For the second Lesmo, Adam, Lesmo, not Lesbo, Lesmo. That's twice now. Anyway, DRS wide open, battery, what's left of his battery, I should say, round the outside, brave indeed. Oh, great move there from the young man, getting that move done and getting that move made stick. Great stuff there. But now, here lies the issue, getting the move done into the Escalier chicane. The car behind now, which is Storm Twister, I believe, sorry, apologies for that, now gets a run into turn 1 with more battery. So you have to make the choice. Do you get the move done into, do you know what, never mind, he's pitting for new tyres. So that completely makes what I was about to say invalid, is what it does. So thank you, Storm Twister, mate. I had myself all set up there for a little bit of commentary about where to make a move, all that good stuff, and then you come into the pit lane for a set of medium tyres. Son of a biscuit. Right, up the field I'll go then, is what I'll do. I'll find somebody else to watch, Storm Twister, don't you worry. Because DSL Senna hounding the back still of the Ferrari of Fresh Agent in front. I'd be keeping a wary eye on the guys further up the field, as at the minute the mid-pack has been stealing the show for me tonight, it must be said. The guys in the midfield have been slugging it out like absolute warriors, and that's one thing that makes this league so good, so fun for the drivers to be involved in, is that drivers up and down the field are neck and neck throughout, from P1 all the way down to P20. During qualifying, the gaps are very finite and minute. During the racing, as we've seen so far throughout both races tonight, I should say, the battling has been up and down the field, neck and neck, tenths between drivers up and down. Now, speaking of tenths to be had, Mr. Senna now is going to want to get rid of a couple of tenths in the DRS range of Fresh Agent. Not using his battery though. At the moment, it seems looking just to use the DRS assistance and get close enough just to keep Fresh Agent nervy under the collar there. Just let him know I'm still here, by the way. I'm still here. I'm still present. And I've got the biggest battery on the planet, it seems, and I don't need to use it. Now, is he looking just to tuck in behind and just follow him through, get him on a pit stop window, maybe undercut, maybe overcut? Or is he just driving that well tonight that battery simply isn't needed for the monstrous pace he's showcasing thus far on those hard tyres? We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the night, as Del Boy and Ryan Wotton still having a little bit of a ding-dong down the field, getting a move done there, I believe, has Ryan Sterling with the fastest lap of the race so far, a 123 point something. Didn't quite catch the last three numbers of the lap, but I know it was a 123 and it flashed up purple, which is things I love to see, I may add. Is Sterling's name being up in lights? Yes, and more yes, absolutely. As I think Senna now the closest car to a car in front. Oh, both guys opting to pit at the same time, it seems. I wonder whether one was kind of waiting, like, no, you go first, no, you go first, no, you go first, kind sir. I wonder if that was going on there, and now they've kind of got themselves to a point now where they just have to blink, and they have to get a new set of tyres on, and get going again. I wonder. Sometimes it won't be a bad thing getting inside the minds of the drivers sometimes throughout the evening's proceedings. But both guys boxing now for a fresh set of medium tyres. Round 2 will be resumed with these two guys. No one will get any jump on a car behind either. So again, Fresh Agent in front of DSL Senna. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the night proceeds. Mate, have a great evening currently, buddy. Have a good rest of the night. Sorry the game has been absolute dogger for you, mate, tonight, buddy. Here's to the new game. I don't know why I turned it into a banjo redneck country singer there, but hope the night goes well, man. Hope the rest of the night goes well, and here is to the new game. Hopefully that's good, and a lot better, and a lot more functional when that gets released. So VXR now sat in P4, things you love to see, on a 8-lap set of hard tyres. See how Mr. Cheese goes throughout the remainder of this session. Can I bring up how many pit stops people have had? Yes, I can. So VXR has stopped, now on a set of hard tyres. So I'm going to assume he can now go the rest of this Grand Prix on that set of hard tyres. Now sat P2 is Mr. Cheese as the leaders come in to the pit. Ooh. We'll keep an eye on that, is what we'll do. See if he can fend off the front runners coming through the pack on the faster tyre. As we see now more guys up and down the field looking to box, to get on some fresh rubber and throw the car around. My left thumb is not working. Work, goddammit. There we go. Jesus wept. Bosh. There we go. Thumb started listing. So now we've got a nice little bunch up here of cars coming into the first chicane. I think that was a Reading getting out of the way of the faster guys coming through. Didn't need to either. Blue flags was not being waved. He was not under any blue flag conditions, but got out the way regardless, because these guys behind him, he knows, are a little bit faster on fresher tyres. Doesn't need to fight that, doesn't need to compromise his own race and their race as well. Gets out the way respectively, of course, and lets them get back to the fight they're having further up the field. So, speaking of fights, we've got Exotic Planes here, Fresh Agent and DSL Senna, all on a set of medium tyres, I believe. Yes, they are. Medium and hards are very much all the range tonight, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars on the hard tyres. Still, the rest of the field on a set of medium compound tyres, which will do the cars nicely throughout the rest of the second race of the evening. I can assure you that. So these guys up front at the moment, not getting moves done, not quite close enough yet, but trying to reserve that battery as much as they can, because once it goes around here. There ain't much getting it back. That is for certain. Speaking of getting it back, Abzi getting down the inside of Reading there into turn 1. But was that? Was it? Oh, was that Abzi? No, am I seeing things? No, I apologise. It was Ryan Wotton, I believe, getting the move made on him by Abzi into turn 1. Yes, it was. My eyes tonight have been absolutely horrendous. Now through the chicane he goes. Does Ryan Wotton getting a nice run through there through the first Lesmo. We will keep an eye on this for the next few seconds, because our DRS is going to be very much wide open for the Williams into the Sky chicane. Will he pick the move now, or will he wait for the move to be made into turn 1? Oh, feeling brave it seems, or not quite brave enough. I very much thought he was going to lick that stamp and absolutely send it down the inside there into a Sky. Not quite close enough yet, it seemed. I thought it was close enough, and I very much thought he was pondering that move there on Abzi into the Ascari. Not quite close enough yet, it seems. Now tucking in behind the Aston Martin. DRS going to be wide open into turn 1 again. The best place for a move, personally for me, I feel. The safest option as well, as we see there, getting past very much long before turn 1 arrives, getting that move done nicely, cleanly and efficiently. So now can Abzi counter punch back? That's all guys have been doing throughout this entire race this evening. It's very much been a case of no, you get past sir, no, you get past sir, no, you get past sir. Now again, into the chicane these two guys go, very much almost pushing. Ryan Wotton in front is Abzi at the moment, but I don't want to miss the guys up the field as well. So because they are currently 5/10 adrift from each other at the moment. Mr. Plains 3/10 in front of Fresh Agent, and Senna only 5/10 behind Fresh Agent as well. So two cars in DRS range of exotic planes, but neither of them wanting to dump that battery. Oh, hello. Down the grid, I'm going to go as that move gets done and made by Abs. As soon as I get off board those two bloody cars, they get a move done, the move gets made, and I miss it, and I miss the onboard, and I miss the action. So, I'm going to learn this time from my mistake and keep on board these two guys, as Ryan Wotton now very much going to be a carbon copy of the previous lap, it seems, into turn. But Absy now getting the run on Reading, I believe. Yes, he is at DRS wide open. Yes, it is indeed. But battery now being dumped from Absy a little bit needlessly as well. This is not where he wants to dump battery. Is getting down the inside of Reading. Wants to set that up for the battling car behind of Ryan Wotton. But there we go. Two cars getting past Reading there into turn one. I think, again, Reading very much saying, look, boys, by all means get through. That space is there for you to use. I'll tuck in behind you both, and I'll watch the show from a safe second and a half behind. Don't mind if I do. So now, just under, I was right first time around, just over a second now to Absy and Ryan. So we'll get back up the field, as we've got DSL Senna on the back of Fresh Agent, who's now chasing Mr. Exotic Planes in P4, who's now right up the gearbox of the McLaren of one kidney Jim. Let me clear my throat real quick. Oh, there we go. Voice is very much giving out on me tonight. It seems he's getting an absolute ungodly run out of Parabolic. There are two cars getting the run of one kidney Jim into the McLaren into turn one. They are going to go. Yes, they are, nicely and safely. One kidney Jim now just wanting to tuck in behind and use the assistance of the toe and let that pull him around for the remainder of these few laps. But not going to be easy, because he's got the man, the myth, the boss man currently right up his chuff in the Alfa Romeo into turn 4. Not quite close enough yet, obviously, to get the move done. Oh, almost down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact made. Love tap, baby, from the Alfa Romeo. One kid in Jim getting all kind of action. Look at, there we go. Lets him through. Again, the respect the respect the guys have on circuit for each other is fantastic, because he's got no reason there to let him by. Yes, he's carrying a penalty, but still, you've still got your own pride on circuit, your own ego, to want to do well and still keep a car behind if and when you can do. One kid in there get out of shape twice through the chicane, and just saying, look, you go on, I've got penalties, you haven't, I don't want to compromise your race behind. Get on by, my good man, get that race and get up the grid and get chasing cars. Things you love to see. Well, I do anyway, personally, but I'm all about sentiment with drivers on circuit. I'm a firm believer that if you all get along, you all respect each other, the race is going to be 10 times better. Speaking of racing, down the inside goes Mr. Planes on the Alpine of VXL there. Those mediums very much working wonders for him right now. They're going to be absolutely rapid at the minute on those medium compound tyres. VXL now being overtaken by two cars. Fresh Agent and Mr. Planes getting through there through turn 1, 2 and down into 4. Senna now trying to play catch up here a little bit. Lost out on a chunk of time, getting caught up with one kidney Jim in the McLaren. Lost out on a couple of tenths, it seems. In fact, just over a second he's lost out there throughout that little squabble with the McLaren. Hopefully he can claw it back and get back in the fray of the cars up the grid. Ooh, Fresh Agent there getting all kind of out of shape through the Ascari chicane. As we see now, the race kind of plateauing out a little bit now after the stint of pit stops, gaps kind of formulating between cars. We've got 2.5, well, a 3-second gap to P7 and P6. Absy just under 6 seconds adrift from P. Oh, time penalty is going on up and down the field. Let's bring up that real quick. See how many guys are going to be yeeted down the grid because of penalties. Walking the Jim with 6. Oh, naughty. 6 seconds for James Mason. 3, 3 and 3 for Ryan, Storm Twister and Redding. Del Boy clean as a whistle. AJ and Sterling, both Mercedes boys at the back of the field, need a slap on the wrist for exceeding those track limits. Right, so who's having a ding-dong? Who's having a scrapperoonie in the dying stages of this race? Let's try to make sure we don't miss any of the dying action of round 4, round Monza. So we've got Del Boy 5 tenths behind Redding at the moment in the Rebel through the first Lesmo. Going to be in striking distance once DRS is engaged, not enabled. It's already been enabled since lap 3. DRS wide open now for the Rebel. Redding very much defending to the inside line there. Very generous with the space given, I may add. So that move getting made, done and stuck. Got Mr. Storm Twister on the back of Ryan Wotton still. These two have been nigh on inseparable. That's a hard word to say with a stutter, I assure you that. But they have been very much neck and neck with each other throughout the evening's proceedings. But one man has no battery, one man has 35%. Plenty of battery to defend with. Oh, hello! Moves being made up the field that I've missed. Buggery! VXR there being overtaken by DSL Senna. We mentioned earlier VXR on the hard tyre, Mr. Senna on the fresher, faster, medium compound of tyre. Getting that move done, making that move stick nicely. Great stuff there from the boss man. Ooh, speaking of moves though, we are lap 24 of 27. And we've currently got Cinderfella, Exotic Plains and Fresh Agent all within DRS range of each other. A few laps left for these two guys to try to pinch a race win. And Mr. Plains now going to be the closest man to getting this move done on the Alpha Terrier, on the hard tyre at the moment as well. I'm going to assume this move will be made. Okay. We've got a late VSC. I'm going to assume VSC because it's lap 25 and there's only 2 laps to go. Is that a Sterling full safety car? Oh, my lungs can't handle this, chaps. I assure you that. Full car safety car? This late on in the Grand Prix? Well, this is going to be absolute madness, isn't it? You know, this is going to be absolute madness. Up and down the field. So, Mr. Cinderfella getting a lifeline very much thrown to him there, as Exotic Plains in P2 was 2 tenths behind. DRS was about to be engaged and he was about to be P1 with Fresh Agent very much close enough behind in P3 to get by as well. So Cinderfella very much getting let off the hook there, maybe losing out on 2 positions possibly if the safety car hadn't have come out. So this is going to be 1 lap of racing as the safety car is waiting just after turn 2. That's why I started confused, because we hit lap 25. It's going to be 1 lap of safety car and then 1 lap of racing. But I thought that I was under the assumption that you had to have 2 laps of racing for it to finish. So I am not too sure. No idea. We shall see though. That is for certain. We'll certainly see. I think we are going to get 1 lap of racing where P6 down to P13 is all on a fresh set of soft tyres. Monk in the gym on a 18 lap old set of hards. And Cinderfella on a 19 lap old set of highs as well. So Cinderella and One Kidney Jim are going to be very much, respectfully so, sitting ducks here to the guys behind. Sit carrying this lap. I'm going to have to get my lungs ready, aren't I? Because this is going to be absolute manic. Up and down the field. But I think all of the soft runners aren't close enough to the pack to get the most out of the change of compound. No, they're not. Absolutely not. Nowhere near close enough. Right. Safety car restart. Lap 26. One lap of madness. About to get underway. As I've hit my button too many times. Now he's absolutely... Now, this is just going to be sitting duck here for Mr. Cinefella in P1. Unfortunately, now as planes goes around the outside on the mediums, so does the Ferrari around the outside as well. Yes, he does that move. Oh, who's gone absolutely flying into turn one? Someone's gone absolutely flying into turn one there. Someone went flying past like an absolute tracer rocket into... Was that an Alpha? That's twice now tonight. An Alpha Terrier has got turn one all kinds of wrong. And they had to go into the grass all down the run of its... Oh, this sort of down the inside of the McLaren. Yes, he does get that move done. Now again, Cinderella getting just sitting duck, it seems, at the moment on that hard compound of tyre. Oh, it feels real quick. Is that 5 steps behind? Not quite close enough yet to get that move done. Is Fresh Agent. So we'll get down the grid real quick as we've got cars absolutely everywhere. VXR on the soft tyre, One Kidney Jim on the hard tyre, but no DRS assistance yet as we've got cars up front as well getting that move done around the outside of the Sky Chicken. Great move there from DSL Senna in the Alfa Romeo. Great stuff. Things you love to see as well. James Mason now on the back of Mr. Cheese. Mr. Cheese now on the back of One Kidney Jim as well. And he's like, oh, that door's always shutting. Very brave there from the McLaren. It seems one to get that move. Hey, up, is that a car on down the inside? Goes and did out the... I mean, where's he come from? Came out of absolute buttfuck nowhere. Here's James Mason there. Apparently he's now being engaged, so it's not really mattered. But he came out of absolute nowhere there on the last two corners and just slung it down the inside of One Kidney Jim. Jesus, went. Absolute madness. Up and down. But that was the most, well, one lap of safety car, then absolute send at the end, I suppose. Is what that was. Driver of the day goes to One Kidney Jim in the second race of the evening. GG's there to you, good sir, for the Games Award, all that malarkey. Well, that was absolute mayhem, wasn't it? Up and down the field. Cars going at it, up and down everywhere. I don't know, said the fella. I've no idea. Get it clipped. Send it into Discord. I'll send it into Senna. All that jazz. You know the rules, sir. You know the rules, and so do I. I'm not Rick-rolling you before this night ends. I can show you that. So, as English art. Mr. Planes P1, Fresh Agent P2, DSL Senna P3. That is your podium positions for the evening's proceedings. Great racing up and down the field. Mr. Planes taking the biggest haulage of points tonight. P1 in both outings. We've got Storm Twister though. P2, Fresh Agent P3 in the first race. And the Fresh Agent Absy taking up the rest of the podium positions in the second race. Great stuff there from all drivers involved up and down the field. Oh, dear me. Badness. Oh, my lungs, my abs, my throat. All of the above is hurting. All of the above is hurting. GG's to everyone involved. So we might just have to like quash this whole like pre-race interview stuff because after the race my throat is killing and I can't be asked doing it. So we might just have to make a executive decision here on behalf of myself, where we say it doesn't matter about the pre-races, interviews and stuff, because man can't be asked. I'm not gonna lie, I am all took it out because that was ridiculous, up and down the field. So huge GGs to all involved tonight, up and down the grid, as I've mentioned. Great stuff from everyone. GGs to the winners and all the podium positions as well. Great stuff from everyone. Nice, nice. Nice. Right. I'm going to close out this evening's proceedings without it being awkward. Is what I'm going to do. So where are we next week, chaps? Round 5, I believe. Silverstone. Ho ho. Home Grand Prix for many. Next week, that will be a good one to watch. I can assure you that great circuit. I'm pretty sure everybody loves Silverstone. So, that is going to be us. That is going to be me. That is going to be the channel away for the evening. I have been your host and the commentator, Handsome46, Adam, moron with a big head of hair. Call me what you like, but I have been your host for the evening. Hope you've all had a good time, a fun time, whilst you've been here watching, whilst you've been here racing. Hope the commentary was up to par and was enjoyable at least. I will see you back here, same time, same place, same channel for round 5 of the DSL Sprint League. Bye bye for now.